Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be doing a video about NIO. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. Also, want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your Christmas. Spend time with your family and friends, and always be thankful for what you guys have. So with that being said, let's dive into the video. Today we're going to be looking at NIO. If you guys don't know what NIO actually does, NIO is an EV company based out of China. They sell luxury EV cars. Now, looking at the 5-year chart, this thing IPO'd September 12th of 2018, basically at $6, and the fact that it's been able to climb 666%, ever since its IPO is actually just pretty impressive. Looking at the 1-year chart though, year to date, this thing is up 1,775%. Obviously, I've said this time and time again that I do think NIO is the biggest growth stock of 2020, and I do think that NIO is going to replicate a lot of this growth in the year of 2021. Looking at the 3-month chart, it is currently up 155%, also doing very, very amazing. But looking at the 1-month chart, it is actually down 20%, and the 1-week chart, it just kind of traded sideways. So today we're going to be talking about NIO. In today's video, we're actually going to be talking about why I think NIO is really going to establish itself a lot more in the year of 2021. Why I think people should be buying NIO stock at $45.98. Right now, I actually think NIO is a steal of a price. The fact that you can get a huge EV company for this cheap, in my personal opinion, just goes to show that people should be keeping their eyes open for NIO, especially with a lot of huge catalysts that NIO actually has going for itself. NIO has been doing very, very well. It's gotten attention from a lot of these big time investors, whether it be Deutsche Bank, JP Morgan, Bank of America, and even Goldman Sachs, who just did a huge NS upgrade from $7 all the way up to $56. It's a 666% analyst upgrade. I think people are really starting to notice these big time EV companies, and I think people are really starting to notice the merit behind these EV companies as well. But back to NIO, why do I think NIO is a buy at $45.98, and why do I think that 2021 is going to be a big year for NIO? We've seen time and time again, in the year of 2020, NIO did not fail to disappoint. Going back to the 1-year chart, the fact that this company was trading around $4 a share, now currently sitting at $46 a share, now currently evaluated bigger than General Motors, goes to show you that NIO has sustained a lot of growth in the year of 2020 in the midst of a pandemic when other companies were not doing well. NIO has been able to establish itself very, very well. But aside from all that, the reason I think NIO is actually a good buy at $45.98 is because NIO stock actually has a lot of good things going for it. We've seen in the year of 2020, we've seen their earnings reports. Their losses are shrinking, their profits are growing, already expecting $960 million in revenue by the fourth quarter. And the fact that NIO's been able to come this far in just 6 years, it goes to show that NIO's start to see a lot of success. Looking back at Tesla, unfortunately did not see the same route of success. Tesla, founded in 2003, did not see a profitable quarter until the year of 2018. It's actually been a rocky road for Tesla, but Tesla now being a huge EV player and probably the most dominant one, goes to show that there's just more EV market maturity. There's just more demand for the overall EV market in itself, which is why it's a good time to actually start picking up these EV stocks. I know that these EV stocks are going to be growing the most in the next decade. But back to NIO, we took a look at their overall revenue report, and they're just generally doing better. They're selling more cars. We've seen their September deliveries, their October deliveries, their November deliveries, and they're beating these delivery estimates by huge margins. It's not like NIO's just beating them by a couple percent. It's by hundreds of percent. So it goes to show that NIO's cars are in want, and there's just simply more demand for NIO. I think NIO is going to be a top EV company, especially when it comes based out of China. Obviously, with Tesla expanding there, it's definitely going to raise the heat up for NIO. As you guys know, Tesla making that appearance in China really is going to make NIO and XPeng and all these other Chinese EV companies really have to step up their game. NIO, to combat this, is dropping 2 new sedans, an SUV, and a minivan as well. And what I really love about this is the fact that NIO's making its vehicles to basically go to all the population, whether you have a family or whether you want a sports car or whether you just want an SUV in itself. It's really just taking a look at what the people actually want, and it's listening to the people. We do have a big event coming up. It's NIO Day coming up on January 9th, where NIO is going to be basically unveiling all sorts of plans of what NIO actually has headed for itself. I know on NIO Day they're expected to show the ET7, which is the new sedan that NIO's actually going to be dropping. We did get earlier reports in the year of 2020 basically saying that NIO's going to be dropping a 100 kilowatt battery, but I guess now they're going to be dropping a 150 kilowatt battery on NIO Day. And that's just absolutely huge, because that's a huge catalyst when it comes to the EV market in itself. You know, the biggest complaint I've seen and heard about when it comes to EV cars is insufficient battery charge. The fact that the batteries take forever to charge and there's just not simply enough mile range. NIO dropping a bigger and better battery not only makes the charger fasting, especially when it comes to charging your EV vehicle, but it's just generally more mile range. But even taking a look a little bit deeper, diving into a little bit more news, NIO signed a deal with a company that basically is setting up 100 charge stations around China, battery swap stations. Basically what this is going to do is, if someone's low on battery, they can basically stop by, switch the battery out, and continue on their way. Now, not only does this make this more convenient for customers, but it also lowers their cost of expense. NIO really taking a big dive into really pleasing the customer aspect of this, because not only does it make it more convenient, but NIO's like, here, buy one of our vehicles. It's also going to be cheaper to own as well. You know, and the fact that NIO's really taking that innovative step goes to show the merit behind NIO as well. Goes to show that NIO's listening to its people, but even taking a little bit of a diver look, and this is where I really think NIO's going to shine, is the self-driving chip and its robo-taxi delivery service that it's going to be rolling out into China. Now, self-driving chip, another big catalyst, especially when it comes to the EV market in itself. A lot of people have been working very, very hard to perfect the self-driving chip. NIO also working on perfecting a self-driving chip, wanting to roll into the robo-taxi delivery service. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's basically NIO's going to have cars running around China serving as taxis that are run completely on autopilot, right? It's just absolutely insane, the technology really based that it's going to be using, and the fact that NIO uses technology to really innovate itself. But NIO, in its sense, has seen a recent decline just due to a simple few things. One, Apple also working on a self-driving car, right? Apple is a huge company, so the fact in itself that that's probably going to raise a lot of competition up for NIO. NIO also doing a public stock offering of $68 million, 68 million shares offered at $39. A lot of people hate stock offerings just due to the simple fact that people think it's going to devalue the stock overall. For me personally, I actually like stock offerings, because the reason is you get the stock at a little bit of a discount, because people always panic sell the stock. And another thing is too, companies do this so they can able to raise capital, so they can, you know, ramp up production, produce more cars, make new cars, really dive in that money into technology. And you guys have seen it itself. NIO is already planning to expand into Europe by the year of 2021. To do this, you guys need capital. We have seen this with XPeng as well. XPeng really making that huge leap by selling cars in Norway, right? They're really trying to expand to Europe. So is NIO, and them making that huge catalyst step right there. The fact that China is trying to really expand its EV game out to that part of the world goes to show, you know, that these companies are going to be growing for a very long time. But taking a look at all the factual evidence, you know, NIO working on a self-driving chip and them consistently selling more cars and their revenue just getting better, and so are their profits. Everything NIO has going for itself right now makes the stock $45.98 and makes it a buy. I mean, obviously everything I say in my videos is not financial advice. It's just my personal opinion, but I think people should take the opportunity and buy NIO stock at $45.98. I think NIO is going to be doing great things in the year of 2021. Like I said, with basically plans to already expand into Europe, you know, you already know that NIO is going to be doing a lot of great things. And this $45.98 price tag we see here is honestly undervalued in my personal opinion. I do think NIO stock is going to hit $100 in the year of 2021. Now, the reason I say this is because NIO has so much going for it, and there's just generally more EV market demand and EV market maturity that a lot of people are starting to look at these EV companies really for the guidance into the next decade. Even analysts coming out and saying that, you know, NIO is going to be a top EV company. It's going to be an iconic brand. And with all the analyst upgrade it got from JP Morgan, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, it goes to show, you know, that even these big time investors are supporting these Chinese EV stocks. With that being said, though, that's all I really have to say about the video. Let me know down in the comment section below, guys, what you think of NIO stock. Do you think NIO stock is a buy at $45.98? If you guys own NIO stock, how many shares do you guys own, and what's your average? I'm always very curious to know. With that being said, guys, thank you. Have a great day.